I think it's pretty safe to say that when we look at the sequel trilogy, a lot of fans had big problems with The Last Jedi. I mean, a lot of fans were divided over that movie, and a lot of fans also had problems with The Rise of Skywalker. It seems to be half and half, where there's a lot of fans who love the movie, there's a lot of fans who hate the movie. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, obviously, a lot of fans have been wondering about what could have been before the reshoots, the rewrites, the changes, and adjustments that were made to this movie by Disney, Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, J.J. Abrams, and even Chris Terrio, the co-writer of the film. You know, a lot of changes were made to this movie in order to really move the production along smoother, and in order to also change the overall tone of the movie to make it cater to a general audience more so. And the whole less is more concept really is what bothered a lot of fans with the concept of the Force ghosts in this movie, where we only hear them as disembodied voices. Now, obviously, Anakin Skywalker, by far one of the best Star Wars characters out of the entire saga, because of how important of a character he really is and how he really started it all. Everything related to, you know, the galaxy becoming ruled by Darth Vader and Palpatine and the Empire, all of it. Now, what I like about The Rise of Skywalker is that, yes, it does have some tones of the original trilogy. But what I did not respect by Disney and Lucasfilm was altering everything that there was with Anakin Skywalker and reducing him only down to a Force ghost voice. Now, what's rather intriguing is that it's explained that during many of the reshoots and the rewrites of the movie by Disney and Lucasfilm, many changes and adjustments were made to the film in order to create a new tone for the movie by Kathleen Kennedy and director J.J. Abrams. It's noted that one of the major changes had to do with deleting or canceling many of the scenes from the film, some of which had to do with actor Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker's Force Ghost, to which he was reduced down to only a Force Ghost voice. It's explained that one of the major scenes that were planned out by Disney and Lucasfilm involved actor Hayden Christensen as the Force Ghost of Anakin Skywalker connecting with Kylo Ren / Ben Solo during his time alone in the very depths of the second Death Star. It's explained that one of the scenes that were deleted involved a moment in which Anakin's Force Ghost would turn Kylo Ren to the light side of the Force to become Ben Solo once more, where one of the lines of dialogue by Hayden Christensen was where he states, "Bring back the balance as I once did." This line of dialogue that was used in the final version of the movie was actually a segment from one of the deleted scenes in which Anakin reaches out to Kylo Ren during his time on the second Death Star, where he is left for dead by Rey after getting stabbed. One of the main reasons as to why Disney decided to not include Anakin's Force Ghost was to create the less is more format, and how Kylo would not be able to properly connect with his grandfather as he has never seen him before, and that the idea of father and son, Han Solo and Ben Solo, was later the final decision to turn Kylo Ren over to the light side. Now, the line of dialogue heard in the film was actually intended to be used by Anakin reaching out to Kylo Ren inside of Palpatine's original and old throne room. So, the thing about this that is very unfortunate, I think a lot of fans, obviously, when they saw the title, The Rise of Skywalker, they figured it had something to do with Anakin or Luke or maybe even Kylo Ren at the very bare minimum. But really it all had to do with Rey becoming a Skywalker at the very end of the movie, which is something that a lot of fans out there did not agree with, including myself here. Like I say, I think it's a decent Star Wars movie, but it has a lot of problems that I have with it. So, the choice of reducing Anakin Skywalker and taking out Hayden Christensen as Anakin's Force Ghost really was a big mistake, and a lot of it had to do with the less is more format and how they wanted to change the overall tone of the movie. And that's the problem, is that originally they were going to have Anakin turning Ben Solo, or should I say turning Kylo Ren to becoming Ben Solo once again. The main reason as to why they wanted to cut that out is because they figured that Kylo would not be able to properly connect with his grandfather, as he has never really communicated with him before, or at least has never seen or witnessed him before in the Skywalker saga. Now, everything when we look at, what they have chosen to do between Han Solo and Ben Solo was great still. Nonetheless, it was a very emotional moment. I think it really caused a lot of tears among many Star Wars fans around the world. Very emotional scene between father and son. I loved it. I thought it was well acted, and I thought it was one of the big highlights of the movie. Again, like I say, this movie has its highlight moments. The main reason of taking out Anakin, like I say though, is a very poor reason by Disney and Lucasfilm, is the less is more format, and especially with this particular scene of taking out Hayden Christensen as Anakin, was by having father and son being more realistic than grandfather and grandson. To me, I think it would have been pretty cool to have two Skywalkers actually talking to each other. It would have been a surreal experience. Then again, at the same exact time, that's what Disney and Lucasfilm wanted to do the complete opposite. They wanted to only have father and son, where obviously Han Solo is not a Skywalker. So, with that being said, guys, I would really like to hear what each and every one of you have to say about that line of dialogue that is actually said to Rey by Anakin and how it was really originally meant for Kylo Ren. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon we hear them moans again.